Are you struggling to keep up with the demands of the workplace due to ADHD? Do you find yourself struggling to communicate your needs to your co-workers? Or have you been wondering how to support your employees struggling with the condition? If yes, then you have come to the right place. Join us on this podcast as we tackle the challenges of navigating the professional world with ADHD. Hello, and welcome to the podcast on coping with ADHD in the workplace. I am Dr. Prerna Kohli, a clinical psychologist and the founder of Mind Tribe. At Mind Tribe, we provide affordable counseling, support groups, communities, workshops, and e-learning for improving your mental health. We all know how hard it can be to stay on task and remain focused at all times, but what if you are someone who has ADHD or attention deficit hyperactivity disorder? Suddenly, it is not just a matter of willpower or motivation. You are dealing with a neurological condition that affects your ability to concentrate. So, ADHD can be a real hurdle when it comes to reaching your career goals. But the good news is that there is help available. Seeking diagnosis and treatment from a healthcare professional can make a huge difference. With the right tools and support, people with ADHD can learn to manage their symptoms and achieve their career aspirations. In this podcast, we will explore the experiences of employees with ADHD in the workplace and discuss strategies for coping and thriving in your career. While some adults with ADHD can achieve great success in their careers, others may encounter a range of challenges. Especially in a work environment where you need to be able to concentrate and manage your time effectively, having ADHD can make things tough. So today, let's talk about some of the challenges that adults with ADHD might run into in the workplace. Time management, organization, and concentration, for example, are skills that are crucial for any job, but for those with ADHD, they can be real stumbling blocks. It's so easy to get distracted, miss deadlines, or procrastinate when you're having a hard time managing your time. Another big challenge is staying focused on one task for an extended period. People with ADHD are easily distracted, and that can make it tough to be productive or get things done on time. It's like their brain is constantly bouncing from one thing to another. Impulsivity is another symptom of ADHD that can impact work. Sometimes people might act out without thinking it through, like interrupting others during meetings or jumping from one task to another without finishing anything. That kind of thing can make working with others a real challenge. And then there's hyperactivity. If you are someone who needs to move around a lot, sitting still all day at a desk can be a real struggle. People with ADHD might feel restless or fidgety, which can make it hard to focus on their work. Finally, communication can be a real struggle, too. People with ADHD might unintentionally rub their co-workers the wrong way by interrupting them, talking too much, or not listening. Navigating those social situations at work can be a real challenge when you have ADHD. Here are some coping strategies. But all is not gloom and doom. You can keep a check on these symptoms and deal with them strategically to excel professionally. But first, you need to understand your ADHD symptoms and how they affect your work. Knowing your strengths and weaknesses can help you develop a plan to manage your symptoms. Implement a structured routine. This is a great way to break your workday into smaller, more manageable tasks, so you don't get overwhelmed. You could try scheduling certain tasks at the same time every day, like checking your emails or doing inventory. Another strategy is using checklists and reminders. Post personalized acronyms around your workspace to remind yourself of important rules. Use the Pomodoro technique to manage your time and break tasks into smaller chunks. And there's nothing quite as satisfying as checking off a handwritten to-do list. When it comes to minimizing distractions, try to create space bubbles in your work environment. That means reducing clutter, limiting decorations, and other things that could take your mind away from work. There are even some great apps out there that can help you stay focused. Active communication is key in any workplace. Scheduling regular one-on-one meetings with your manager and co-workers can be a great way to stay on top of things. It's also helpful to have an understanding co-worker who can redirect you when you're getting off track. Make sure to ask for feedback and take notes to review them later. If you're someone who needs to fidget to stay focused, you're not alone. Many adults have found fidget toys to be helpful in a workplace setting, especially during meetings. Bringing a small ball, spinner, or pen to twirl through your fingers can be a great way to channel that energy. Finally, it's always helpful to seek out coaching and therapy. Therapy can provide personalized strategies and support for individuals with ADHD, and coaching can help you develop customized strategies to boost your concentration and productivity at work. It's important to remember that there's no shame in seeking out support. Fortunately, there are several accommodations that employers can provide to help individuals with ADHD succeed in the workplace. So if you're wondering how you as a manager can accommodate an ADHD employee, let me tell you how. Firstly, have a chat with them and figure out their preferred learning style. This will help you determine how best to provide training and instruction. Provide technology tools that can help with organization and time management, such as calendar apps or project management software. Consider scheduling regular breaks to give them an outlet for their energy and creativity. A mentor or buddy can also help them with social or communication difficulties. Always remember to offer specific feedback and set clear boundaries to ensure they meet the required standards of behavior and work. A mental health professional for your employees can provide them with the support they need. When you invest in a psychologist, you're taking a proactive step towards supporting your employees' well-being. This not only helps the employees but also creates a culture of openness and support. This condition can indeed affect productivity, but those who value employees with ADHD know that this could be leveraged as a superpower. Individuals with ADHD bring fresh perspectives and out-of-the-box creativity to the workplace. They can excel at multitasking and problem-solving in fast-paced environments. It may be necessary for managers and supervisors to try several approaches to find the correct strategy to use. Workplace accommodations and behavioral therapies, such as coaching, can also enhance time management and organizational skills. With the right support, employees with ADHD can thrive and make valuable contributions to the team. Moving on, let's talk about how to work effectively with colleagues who have ADHD. It can be a bit challenging, but with some helpful strategies, it can be a rewarding experience. First off, it's important to be understanding of the challenges they face. By being empathetic and supportive, you can create a more positive work environment. Educating yourself and others about ADHD and its symptoms is important for creating an inclusive workplace. And if you're listening to this podcast, you're already on the right track. Providing clear communication is also crucial. This can help employees with ADHD better understand their tasks and deadlines, and reduce stress levels. And if you can offer some flexibility with scheduling or workload, even better. When it comes to ADHD, disclosing your diagnosis at work can be a tricky decision. Some people may be understanding, while others may hold negative stereotypes. But if you do decide to disclose your ADHD, it can be a relief to finally let your coworkers and boss know what you're dealing with. But, on the other hand, some people might assume that you're not as competent as others, even though that's not true at all. It's important to consider your individual needs, comfort level, and workplace culture before making a decision, and if you do choose to disclose, effective communication and taking responsibility for managing your work are key. I would advise you to consult with your therapist as you navigate this situation. ADHD can come with a heavy dose of shame and stigma in the workplace. Those who struggle with it may be seen as lazy, disorganized, or incompetent. Many people with ADHD feel ashamed about their condition, which can lead to feelings of isolation and low self-esteem. It's important to remember that ADHD is a neurological condition, not a personal failure. Seeking support from a therapist or support group will help individuals to overcome shame and stigma and build self-confidence. As we wrap up this podcast, to help you stay focused and calm, let us repeat some affirmations. I am capable of managing my symptoms and succeeding in my career. I am worthy of all the support in the workplace. I am allowed to take breaks and prioritize self-care. I hope this podcast has helped you gain a better understanding of ADHD and how it can impact your work life. By being proactive and seeking support when needed, you can overcome challenges and leverage your strengths to excel in your career. Thank you for listening to me, and I will meet you in the next episode with another interesting topic. Until then, take care.